So the 12 questions video, right? You see it, you're like, how is he catechized? You know, like these extremely basic things, and then you realize, at least I did, and I'm grateful to Justice for Orthodoxy that he said, hey, check this video out. The two-headed serpent staff. First of all, are those actual serpents or snakes? I mean, are they supposed to be? It's just, you know, I guess you could see it there, but it's not clear enough to say definitely those are snakes. But if it is, again, a snake on a especially a bronze snake on a pole is not unheard of, and it's in no way satanic. How are serpents satanic, or snakes at least satanic? The Leviathan, a beast, gets the devil gets called the Leviathan, which is a beast, but Therion means beast, you know, and the beast, which is not necessarily the Antichrist, and the false prophet is not necessarily the Antichrist, although they are Antichrists. I mean, this thing of this. I mean, Christ compared himself to, out of all the animals, Christ compared himself to the bronze serpent. You know, I think he quoted saying he was a sheep to the slaughter. He also told people, be as wise as serpents, but as innocent as doves. So, yeah, the snake is not something from the Bible or the church that satanic. It's only from modern Protestant America, or even atheist Hollywood, which puts out, you know, the imagery. You know, but again, the 12 questions again could have would be answered in catechism class, right? Would they not? Some of them are so jaw-droppingly, like, how are you taking the Eucharist then? Why do you attend? You know, and some of them you would get the answer to just from being, you know, I mean, that's one of the first questions. I mean, why do we fast on Wednesdays and Fridays? And you heard him say, somebody gave him an answer, oh, it's from the apostles, or I think maybe they had said it was from the 2nd century, and it is. But he confuses the Didaicilia, what should I call the Diasylica, with the Didache. Didache is dated between AD 50 to AD 120. That's the latest. AD 120 is the latest that the Didache could be written. This is agreed by scholars. Now we have this of, I mean, has anybody out there watched his videos? Because or watched the video completely. I mean, I'll wind up making 50 videos on this. You know, if I mean, that's what it'll drive me to. But
if you look at the book of Revelation, Christ says that the city of Pergamum in Turkey was where Satan
Anatolia.
Historically, Turkey,
Anatolia,
is rooted to the ancient Hittites.
Anatolia.
God eliminated in the Old Testament.
Hold on. The Hittites lived in Anatolia. It only became Turkey when the Turks were from around Mongolia, Kazakhstan, Siberia, that area came in. So it's Anatolia. Speaking anachronistically, that's like talking about, Illinois and, the people from Illinois who built Cahokia. No. Just like most people in Arizona didn't build any of the Pueblo civilization dwellings.
Because of their pagan, wicked, demonic activities.
So there can't be any Christians there.
So I'm going to argue in this video that Turkey is the place where basically the whole serpentine reptilian imagery and symbols comes from.
This is getting
I'm
David
going to go through some of my notes here, and we need
Egypt and prehistoric, pre-writing, Sumer and Akkad, just Iraq.
Use Occam's razor, which says, all things being equal, the simplest explanation.
He came after me for using philosophy and attacked church fathers for using Platonism and Aristotelian logic and Pythagoras. See what happens if I go through these videos. But you know what? For one, it's just a nod. Things with two bulbous things at the end. Are they actually snakes? From here, I can't see any detail on it or anything. They actually do not look like snakes in this photograph. I wonder why he's using this photograph. One, they don't look like snakes, but if they did, Christ is the Nahash Tun. He even told us that. He is the serpent raised on the pole. Or the snake, I should say, raised on the pole. And are you talking about Nakash or Tanin or the Leviathan or Lotan?
Tends to be the right one. So what is a more simple explanation to you people that the snakes on the bishop's pole represent,
if they are snakes,
the snake that Moses lifted in the wilderness in the Old Testament, or that this is something coming out of pagan and demonic Turkey culture?
This is the first time you mentioned it. Using Occam's razor, it's more likely that it has to do with the Nahash Tun that Moses created.
Symbology and mythology. After you hear my notes, you're going to be forced, if you're an honest person, to believe that this is nothing other than satanic. Okay, so
are they actually snakes, though? But his notes, I'll point you right back to video 12 questions, where his notes comprised of a book called Pagan Christianity, Hislop, J.N.D. Kelly, Encyclopedia Britannica, and using them to quote mine and to quote mine and cherry pick phrases from the early church fathers and not actually read the early church fathers and not once going to his parish priest or emailing a bishop with any of these questions. And when I gave him correct answers, nope, he still thinks that fasting on Fridays comes from the 10th century. Even though we have a vast amount of documentation from it. But he won't accept the Didache because the Didache is fraudulent, remember? Well, one, how? Like, by what? What? I mean, but it's still from the early 2nd century or mid to late 1st century. I mean, he's saying he's using Occam's razor again. He was fiercely against, philosophy, using philosophy like, Plato of Alexandria did, with Pythagoras and Plato and Aristotle and Euclid. But he's using Occam's razor. But no, I come to the very opposite, that it has to do with the Nahash tune. By the way, I guess I'll listen to it, but other people, please listen to it so I don't have to. His notes, all of his notes for the 12 questions were totally either irrelevant or incorrect or uneducated, were misleading. Somebody writes a book called Pagan Christianity. No, that's not biased at all, is it? All right, peace to you.